इसका नतीजा ये होगा कि दी अदर पार्टीज, किसी की 5% सीट्स हैं, किसी की 3% सीट्स हैं, किसी की 2% हैं, उनको 8, 10, 15, 20% रिजर्व सीट्स मिल जाएंगी। सो कंप्लीटली जो छोटा सा फर्क आपने फरमाया कि कई दफा होता है इंडिपेंडेंस की वजह से, वो सिर्फ डेसिमल पॉइंट्स का फर्क होता है कि आपने 50% रिजर्व सीट्स जीती थी, आपको 51%, 50% जनरल जीती थी, आपको 51% रिजर्व मिल गई। इससे बड़ा फर्क नहीं होता। ये नहीं होता कि आपने
सब ये साहबजादा साहब की पोजीशन तो admittedly he was an independent candidate.
He filed SIC in alliance with PTI, but he was declared independent.
And he contested election as an independent candidate.
He contested as SIC in alliance with PTI, but he was declared independent in the Form 33 because of the mention of PTI. That is the admitted position. उनका नॉमिनेशन पेपर भी यहाँ फाइल हुआ था।
जो 39 कैंडिडेट्स थे who won the election and backed by PTI और जिन्होंने मेंशन भी किया था पॉलिटिकल पार्टी एज ए PTI, तो if they are declared as PTI पार्टी in the parliament, तो फिर वो 3 दिन का वो जो है वो हट जाएगा उनके पास। there will no necessity of giving 3 days to them to join any political party.
उन्होंने तो ज्वाइन ही नहीं करनी, वो तो
उन्होंने फिर नहीं ज्वाइन,
उन्हें तो ज्वाइन ही नहीं करनी, वो तो
खुद एक पॉलिटिकल पार्टी डिक्लेयर।
This is what the 8 members have said. They have said कि 3 दिन की कदगन will not come into play because this 39 group of 39 plus this group of 41, मंदुखेल साहब ने 39 तक महदूद किया, 8 member ने 39 plus 41 कर दिया। कहते they will be treated as PTI from day 1. So they don't have to join any party. They are PTI. PTI becomes a political
3 days
party.
का एम्बार्गो था वो खत्म,
वो कोई नहीं है। So 41 के लिए सिर्फ उन्होंने ये कहा कि ये जो एफिडेविट देना था सेक्शन 66 के तहत वो अब दे दें, और जो पार्टी ने एक्सेप्टेंस करनी थी वो अब कर लें, because circumstances existed which they are satisfied prevented them from declaring their affiliation properly to PTI at that time. So this is a judicial finding arrived at. Now my lord disagreed with it. Some of the other judges disagreed with it. My Lord Justice Aminuddin, Naeem Akhtar Afghan disagreed with it, but 8 judges held that these 41 also should be given an opportunity to declare their affiliation. So the question now arises that this finding having been arrived at after consideration of all points of view, my Lord's point of view, आपकी judgment का भी उन्होंने अहाता की है, they've considered all varying points of view and they've come to a conclusion. Now, is that conclusion to be reviewed? If so, under which ground of our review jurisprudence, which is so well known to us? उसमें मैंने पहले भी जनाब के सामने कुछ जजमेंट्स पढ़ी थी फ्रॉम माय बाइंडर, ये जो मैंने दिया था। इसमें जनाब देखेंगे अब्दुल गफ्फार वाला केस पढ़ा था मैंने, जहां अजमल मियाँ साहब ने कॉर्नेलियस साहब की, कैकाउस साहब की जजमेंट्स रिप्रोड्यूस की हैं, that merely because a different view can be taken, or even if the review bench comes to the conclusion that the construction of the law was erroneous, is no ground for review. Because it's the Supreme Court which has constructed the law. आप किसी और केस में ठीक कर दीजिएगा लॉ को। इस केस में finality applies to the construction of the law arrived at by the Supreme Court of Pakistan. Review में आप उसको ठीक नहीं कर सकते. You can disagree with it in some other case and say we overrule the previous judgment. But this review jurisdiction cannot be used to act as if this is an appeal where an erroneous, according to the bench, interpretation of the law is to be corrected. तो ये पूरी jurisprudence जनाब के सामने है, जिसको मैंने एक नोट आपको दिया है on the review jurisdiction of this court, note number 3.
Already you have argued.
जी मैं उस पर कुछ नहीं कर रहा। note 3 में my Lord Justice Muhammad Ali Mazhar साहब has finally condensed and reproduced the jurisprudence, all of the principles. ये अगर आप एक लम्हे के लिए note 3 को देखेंगे, इस note 3 के आप देखिएगा पहला पेज है 2023 PTD 964
का हो गया ना।
जी मैं एक नाम सर, इसमें कुछ नहीं पढ़ रहा, इसमें आप सिर्फ ये देखिए पॉइंट्स जो दिए जस्टिस मोहम्मद अली मजहर साहब ने, उसमें आप 1, 2, 3 सब ये कह रहे हैं misconstruction of law is no ground for review, erroneous judgment is no ground for review. None of this is ground for review. It can provide basis in some other case to lay down new law, distinct law. But in this case, this is not a ground for review unless...
Divergent views on review and the judgment which you are quoting, authored by me,
yes,
with the plethora of the judgments have been mentioned.
So
many judgment, it is also been held that if it is found against the law or the constitution, the court may consider it. So there are divergent views on the review that has been mentioned in my...
Sir, उसमें जनाब ये देखेंगे, इसीलिए मैंने जो जजमेंट्स पढ़ी कॉर्नेलियस साहब की, कैकाउस साहब की, अजमल मियाँ साहब की, ये इस पेपर वर्क में काइंडली सी, these are at serial numbers आपके
It is
सामने
found that there is some deviation from the
बट
constitution.
इनजस्टिस सर, इनजस्टिस इन सब में
Injustice भी है. There are so many grounds. आप
Sir,
इसको
injustice
तो-
ultimately-
it has a very broad spectrum of
Sir,
the review jurisdiction के आप कई-कई
सर
चीजें
इतना
उसमें-
ब्रॉड नहीं है, मैं अर्ज करूं आपने ये कहा है
केस लॉ बहुत ब्रॉड है इसमें.
केस
I
लॉ
mean to
ब्रॉड
say
है,
that
बट
not the
अल्टीमेटली
jurisdiction,
जनाब ने ये कहा है, एंड दिस कोर्ट has consistently said that there should be some injustice pleaded before the court. Somebody should come and say that because of this error or misconstruction of the law, I have been unjustly dealt with. So injustice is the primary objective of the review jurisdiction, to undo injustice. Now, what is the injustice pleaded before this court? मैंने जनाब के सामने ये election analysis रख दिया है. हमारी democratic justice की tradition तो यही है कि general seats जितनी मिली हैं उसी के रेशो में लगभग 37% जनरल हैं तो 37% आपको रिजर्व मिल गई. It is never justice to say कि आपने 20% जनरल जीती हैं लेकिन आपको 55% रिजर्व मिल जाएंगी. That makes Parliament unrepresentative, clearly so. It goes beyond the ruling intent of Article 51 to give reserved seats in the same proportion as the general seats won.
So, राज साहब, ये तो फिर आप फार्मूला पे जा रहे हैं.
नहीं, फार्मूले पे नहीं जा रहा सर, मैं जस्टिस के तसव्वुर पे जा रहा हूँ.
जब सीट्स डिक्लेयर होंगी किसी भी पार्टी की, इन
Sir,
अकॉर्डेंस विद फार्मूला मिल
नहीं सर, इसमें
क्वेश्चन तो वो
सर, ये टेक्निकल बात नहीं है सर. इसमें नीचे
technical.
सर, it is a question of the representativeness of Parliament.
ठीक है.
Is Parliament going to remain representative if no seats are given to PTI? Or is it going to become more representative if the method followed by my Lord Justice Mandukhel is followed? Or it becomes, I would submit, even better, more representative if the realities taken into account by the 8-member bench are accepted. So both these judgments have tried to make Parliament actually representative of political reality, so that we don't have Parliament, we don't have reserved seats for women and non-Muslims, which are only token seats. कि बस कुछ औरतें चाहिए थी, ये लो हमने औरतें दे दी तुम्हें. कुछ non-Muslim चाहिए थे, ये लो हमने तुम्हें non-Muslim दे दिए. That is not the intent of the Constitution. The intent of the Constitution is democratic representativeness.
Definitely, on
सर
the
मैं
basis
अर्ज
of
कर रहा हूँ
the
सर,
seats.
अब आपने ये देखना है कि ये जस्टिस का तकाजा यहाँ पे क्या है. I would submit humbly and forcefully that both the judgments, the 8-member and the 2-member, have moved things in the direction of democratic justice. These judgments must not be overruled. They cannot be overruled on the touchstone of injustice. The 8-member, I would submit, is a judgment of this court. Not one ground has been presented before this court to say that this judgment was wrong, other than, I would say, the quo warranto ground and the 225, if these are taken to be serious grounds. Now let's come to the Khurshid Bhinder judgment. सर, ये जो इलेक्शन कमीशन का आप ऑर्डर मांग रहे थे मुझसे, वो है CMA 5272 में of 2024, filed by Faisal Siddiqui साहब at page 21. 5272 of 2024, filed by Mr. Faisal Siddiqui. It is at page 21. Sir, एक note before I read Khurshid Bhinder आपके सामने है. Again, I will not read this. This is note number 6. This is about 184.3. इसमें सिर्फ मैंने आपको जो एक जजमेंट दिखानी है, पहली जजमेंट है वतन पार्टी. वो काइंडली सी उसका पैरा 53 इसके पेज 2 पे, जिसमें they've said 184.3 proceedings are inquisitorial and all materials produced by any intervener can be looked.
Citation.
This is PLD 2011, Supreme Court 997. मेरे इस नोट नंबर 6 में
It is largely related to Article 189 of the Constitution.